of, depending on your age and what generation you're in, I feel like a lot of Gen Xers are looking to get the heck out of cities and have property and, you know, kind of be a little more self-sufficient. I don't know if any of y'all have paid any attention to some of that's been going on. Yeah, you can play and lurk at the same time. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I do that all the time to everybody else. So this is the corner. All right, so we need to put the pillars in. And I need to remember what the spacing is on the pillars because I can't remember. We need to finish this wall of concrete too. We'll do a design on that, I think. We'll come up with something interesting. I want to say you are right to the edge. Yes, you're right on the edge. By the way, this is what this ended up coming out like. We got the bridge support here if you haven't seen that. Supporting on that. Oh, I do all the time. I lurk and work and I do all sorts of things. Random photo taken. All right, let's try to get one of these in because this is always the pain in the ass. You do not need to be in blueprint mode. You need to turn around. Goes like this. It has a certain way it lines up. When you put the side pieces on, then you do it like this, it lines right up. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had the workers and resources watch. We got to get more quartz crystal. Oh, and we don't clip through there. That's actually really good. I'm debating. I don't know if I'm going to put the roof on this one. I might leave that one open. Yeah, I watch a lot of streams during work. I actually cough, do a little bit of modding while I'm working too. But, you know, as Skash knows and everybody else knows, that does stream. I lurk in a lot of streams during the day. I've got Twitch Turbo now. So I can lurk in those streams, and if I'm there lurking, you at least get some of that little bit of, hopefully you're getting a little bit of that turbo ad revenue. Then I kind of float between. So I'll float in and watch for a bit, then kind of see what everybody's up to. Actually, Snut from Coffee Stain did a poll on that, what people are doing on Twitch, and it was like 80-20 are actively watching, and the other 80, or like 20% are actively watching, and the rest of everybody else is not. They're all lurking. Okay. I really need to put labels on these boxes. So yeah. And I think, you know, I looked at the cost for Turbo. And yeah, well, any game like Lee Hawkins plays City Skylines, and he'll play. But he's been primarily playing Workers and Resources on stream. And Workers and Resources is another one of those games I can have it on in the background, and still know what's going on. Yeah, well, it's like you learn builds and you catch something. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, there's a technique I haven't seen before. Oh, I like that. It's like, oh, I didn't even show you guys this either. Let me go show you. One thing I've been really trying to be mindful of is trying to get my actual sign stuff on point. And I was watching Fluxo the other day. There's like a keyboard you can get where you can add all these different symbols to signs and whatnot. So I'll show you. I'll just do. Let's get this where we can actually see it. So there's like this virtual keyboard. I need to make a shortcut for this so I can just link it. Where is it? And so I could take. I'll just do a copy. And we'll come in here, we'll do a layout, we'll just go there. And yeah, we'll just do that, right? So it's crooked, don't care. I could come in and just hit, go to this virtual keyboard that does all these symbols. And I could go on and copy it and paste it into Satisfactory. And I can make a bunch of different types of signs. They have a bunch of different symbols. Right, so I could do, say, if I didn't like that one, I could do, some of them work, some of them don't. That one doesn't work. Some of them won't work, and if it's been a hit or miss thing, this one should work. But you'll see what it does when it doesn't work. I don't think it copied the last one. Hold on. No. But you can see that some of them work, some of them don't. But it was interesting because he was looking for various symbols and whatnot. And some of these work really well and some of them don't. So you could go and do some different stuff with your signs and get different types of pieces. What I'm really thinking about doing is on like some of the larger signs. I don't want to use arrows, but where are they? They have different brackets somewhere that were very interesting that I thought I was going to be able to use for brackets. Here they are. Really? How does that one not work? Apparently some of these will work and some of them won't. But once you find ones that work, you can insert them in. It's just a matter of figuring out which ones would work and which ones don't. I'm literally looking for stuff to do brackets and lines on this type of stuff. So, yeah, I picked that up at Fluxo's stream. The signs will pick up a lot of different stuff. So, yeah, you can add symbols and whatnot that are pretty basic, and they work. Which to me is pretty cool, you know what I mean? It's like, oh cool, it gives you something interesting to be able to put in. We can just use nudge to slide those guys in just like that. Hey, Dynamo, welcome in. I miss that sound. Good old Windows XP. How are you? How is your Saturday so far? Oh my gosh, I gotta go back again. Remind me to grab... I knew that one needed a reinforced plate. Damn it. The rate I'm going and the amount of talking I'm doing, we're never gonna get done today. We're gonna pull that. I forgot how much this damn blueprint uses. Oh, we've got power in there. Never mind. We're gonna have to deal with that. Like, soon. Hey, thanks, Lee, for the Prime.
Lee Hawkins Photo just subscribed.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. You say that. It wasn't stable until the later service packs came out. It had its issues when it first came out, just like they all did. Yeah, the Prime on the mobile doesn't work. Apple tax. Yeah. It was definitely better than the consumer-based OS that came out before it. Windows 98 3rd edition, i.e. Millennium, or as we used to affectionately call it at the computer shop I worked at, Meltdown edition. Windows ME was so terrible. I don't think people understand how bad it was if they never played with it. It was even worse to support because then you had vendors. NT 2000 was not bad because you got to think about Windows XP was just Windows 2000.1 with a much happier. Of course, it took a little bit of its service packs to get right too. But 2000 was much better than everything else. Yeah, I've got that coming. That is coming on my build. That's what this whole area here is gonna be, is what you're talking about. Minus the compacted coal. Because we already have that, it's over here. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot, the computer store I worked on, because we would take an E-machine and put in a P4 with an Asus mainboard with like 256 or 512 megs of RAM with a Windows XP OEM license and sell it for like $500. And we would just recycle as much of that E-machine as we could. And we upgraded a lot of PCs that way. A lot of PCs. Yeah. Yeah, 2000 was light years ahead of NT 4.0, which we were still dealing with when I started at the shop that I worked at the time. One of the vendors still used it because they didn't have anything else that would work. In fact, we had one vendor that was like, yeah, we have to run all our stuff on Windows 98. I don't miss those OSs. The only one I miss is XP. I miss Windows 7 too, actually. I did like Windows 7 a lot. Much better than Windows 10. Alright, let's go deal with my power problem that I made for myself over here. We still need to put these into the ground, but that'll be a few minutes. I need to deal with my power problem here, in particular right here. You know, you don't have a choice to be interested in Windows 11 because Microsoft's going to do a Microsoft thing. Okay, what are we going to do with this? We need to put you back here, I think. Okay, what did December do? It's not even that. Windows 10 won't be supported next year. They're getting away from it. I don't know why there's a floor hole there. Take that out for it. Oh, I know why there's a floor hole there. Never mind. Vista was fun when it came out. Of course, I use the word fun loosely there. No, Vista at least was stable. Well, I need this platform to be here. I don't want that one there, so where do you need to go? The hard part, what I'm doing right now, is on this build, I'm trying to move an active power line. Where do you run to? You run down. I see. Doing what I was doing, I ended up, I'm gonna save this in case I break everything. I'm gonna pull all this out because I actually can't see what I need to move here. Ah, there is one there too I gotta move. This inner one is the one I'm concerned about. It's this outer one I need. Yeah, though, that's lots of the problem that we've got right now. This is gonna stick out this way, and then you're gonna go in here. I gotta move all these around, so this is That's gonna, well, we're gonna wall that anyway. This is what I do. If you've never seen how I do my power setups, this is... Alright, that one, in theory, should be fixed. Alright, that one is corrected. Everything's still running. These are important questions to ask, because these are actually controlling pumps and shit, so... Everything is still running over here, right? I think we're going to get that way with every OS at some point in time. Okay, so that one is in place. I've got to move the other one. So I'm going to start moving it. Well, yeah, that's how they're making money. Yeah. Why did I save that right there? I will tell you why, 'cause I am fixing... Actually, I have to pull this out to delete that, to put it back. Alright, let's go make sure everything works. This is still a bug, by the way. They said they fixed it, and it still does. Alright, let's make sure everything's still running. You gotta look at the pumps. The pumps are the most important ones, because they are the ones that are hooked up to a variety of things. We just got to make sure everything is still running. Yep. Okay. I hate moving power on a live build. A production build. I usually do it, make that change before production, but I think we're good. Not my favorite thing to do. Making sure all my pumps are running. You are all running. We're happy. Okay. Good news. That's done. All right. So that's all done. That actually kind of makes that look really cool. Let's see if it will let me do this. Oh, it will. Well, the thing we have to do is this. And we got to decide how we're going to handle the bridge underneath. And then get all the other pieces done as well. I really need to invest in the speed upgrade and the capacity upgrade. However, I also know I've got a massive build coming. No, that what drones are really good at is low volume items moving around your factory. So things like space elevator parts, your bigger heavy end parts that are real labor, you know, low producers, they're perfect. You could even use them to move like nuclear fuel around. And those type of things. Where they stink is large volume items. They're just not, that's not their strong suit. What you really want them to be hauling around your map, though, is the fuel for themselves. Fuel, they work good for fuel distribution, too. So if you're distributing fuel around for trucks or other like other drones, that is a good use for them as well. I'm just speaking on experience based on my previous playthrough. In this playthrough, we're going to be doing raw resource by train, raw resource by truck, for the most part, and finished material via drone is the goal. Hey, Shaky Booty, how are you today? Welcome in. Welcome in. This has been here running as a temporary setup, and it's like, yeah, I'll make it temporary, and temporary is, you know, been there for months now. 6 hours of driving. I feel you. You live in Texas, if you ever been to Texas, you'd understand how that works. What you doing?
I'm on the Metroplex, just trying to find shoes.
Okay.
What time do I need to be back?
I've got to be... Hold on, I'll think about it here. Give me just a second, guys.
I'm leaving later than I wanted to.
Hold on. I get OBS to do what I want. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to talk to Red about something.